Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I am doing some salvage. Thought I would bring people along. So I found this crash site that's outside of Lyria Mining Facility 2. Has a lot of ships just laying around. And then I was able to get inside of this Polaris and bring it out here and shut it off so we could strip that as well. So I'm going to start in on this because you never know, right? How long is it going to last? Friendly fire, yeah.
Contact.
That ain't good. Got a number of ships here. I do not have what I would consider a ship for fighting. But really, if they're just going to sit there and let me destroy them, I'll salvage them as well. Oh, me and my big mouth.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
Congratulations. Whew, that went big. Now, vultures have 2 shields. So this might take a little longer to get through. Could soften it up with some missiles, but if it's just going to sit there and not shoot at me, why waste them? So I've been trying to do the event, the hauling and salvage and mining and all that stuff, but I have been in like crunch forever. So I haven't had any time to work or do anything. I had recorded videos, like the video that just dropped this Friday was recorded like a couple weeks ago. And so to tell you how much I've been crunching, I've been working every weekend, every night till like midnight, 11 o'clock. And I finally got some tasks done to where I was caught up, and just out of habit, I came downstairs this morning with my coffee, just like I always do, and turned on my work computer and then realized, what am I doing? I don't have to work. I'm caught up and it's Saturday. So like a normal weekend, like this is just a normal 2-day weekend. It feels like I'm on vacation. So I've been trying to do the event, but
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
it hasn't been. I've gotten one haul in for the headhunters of recycled material, and that's been it. All right, now back to what we were doing. We are going to get on scrapping this Polaris. The video is going to drop next Friday of what I did with this Polaris, or this coming Friday, I guess. But essentially, they have set it up so that if you walk into a ship, especially a big ship of this size, it says, you know, you're trespassing private property, and it kicks you to the last place you checked in at, whether that's like it put me in the place where you get land vehicles, because I just did a video on the Tumbrel Storm because it is the ship of the month. So it chucked me in there, but I found if I got into the Tumbrel Storm and drove it into the Polaris and then got out, it would let me get control of the vehicle. Or let me, you know, be in there without getting kicked out. So I got in the controls and I flew it out here outside of the armistice zone so that I could strip it. So I brought the Tumbrel out here inside of it and then took it down there and shot a bunch of AI just walking around, just so we could get a look at the storm itself. But I thought, you know, hauling and salvage and mining, it's all slow, tedious stuff. So it's really hard to make a video about it. So I'll just stream it, you know. People want to join, they want to join. If they want to watch the stream, they can watch the stream. But I'm streaming it on YouTube instead of Twitch. I'm used to streaming on Twitch, and I don't know, it's a little weird streaming on YouTube.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. This is always so good to put on some music and just sit and chill out. And maybe have a few cold snacks. But I can't turn music on because, you know, you're streaming it. Then you get some violations. Quite honestly, anytime I use music on any videos or anything, everyone complains about it. I don't understand why it says that. It's like, I mean, I know why it's saying it, but the whole point of the Vulture is kind of to clean up the mess, you know, because you come out to these sites that have all these abandoned ships They're just going to keep piling up unless you clean them up. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. I feel like I'm stealing, but it's not. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. The ship is abandoned. It's been claimed already by whoever owns it. They aren't going to come back out here and get it. So why is it so, like, difficult to do this? You go out. I mean, I get anything can be abused, you know. And certainly if vultures could do this in an armistice zone, there would be a problem. People abusing it. When people are out there trying to load, they're out there stripping their ship. I could see that as a problem, but all those armistice zones out here in the mining facilities just get piled up because there's nowhere for the ships to go.
Friendly fire.
So every time I do this, I'm always paranoid I'm going to get a crime stat, but I never do. So just don't think I do. No.
Friendly fire.
So I don't know if you heard the big news. The big news is the Caterpillar. Well, there's a couple of big newses. One is the Caterpillar's doors, when you open them up, are now going to go to the ground, which is incredible. I can't believe it. That kind of leads me to believe that they're working on the what the hell is it? The big Drake hauler. Oh my god, I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. Because the parts of the Caterpillar they're probably using also on that. And since they're working on it, they're just throwing the things they fix onto the Caterpillar. That's... Or, you know, it's not the way it works. It's like if you fix one thing, it fixes everything. So the other good thing is the Valkyrie has got a cargo grid now, and it's got... They gave the pilot controls to the guns on the wings, as well as the other. So that thing's going to be badass. Ironclad. God, the Drake Ironclad. That leads me to believe they're working on the Ironclad if they're fixing the Caterpillar. I did not buy an Ironclad. would love to. I'd love to have a Kraken and an Ironclad, but they're all like multi-cruise ships. I have, as much as I'd want one, I have no use for it at all. I do not usually run multi-crew, so it is kind of useless to me. But I would still love to have one, for I don't know what reason. But that would be pretty cool to get the Caterpillar's doors going to the ground. That would be awesome. I don't know how exactly useful it would be. You know, because you would always load the Caterpillar by this lifting right into the cargo bay.
Friendly fire.
But at least it would make it easier to put vehicles and things in, perhaps. The doors are kind of stubby. So we'll see how well that works, but more options is always better. Yeah, I should have probably stripped some of this weapons and stuff off of this thing, but the last time I got so I had gotten into the Tumbril Storm, drove it into there, and then it didn't kick me out. So I was able to get out here and fly it out here. Then I took the Tumbril Storm out, went out and shot some of these guys down below here that are in the crash site, and then drove it back in, and when I got out, it kicked me out. So I don't know if I just got lucky before or what, but I really can't get in here to disconnect the weapons, and then they're so big, how would I even haul them? I don't know. I would need to make a special trip, you know. And I'm pretty sure the Vulture can't break down this, disintegrate it, you know. This one's too big. So I'll just be able to scrape the hull here and then go and do those Hornets and things that are over there. And the Vulture and stuff I just shot down. And I should be able to chew all those up. Because when you do the Headhunter missions, that's what it's looking for. It is looking for both the recycled hull scraping and the composite construction material from breaking the whole ship down. So it's good to have both. As I mentioned, I had made one haul to the Headhunters for the recycling stuff. One successful haul in the black for the small size shipment. This thing's a gold mine, frankly. I have been playing a little Monster Hunter Wilds. It's really good if you like Monster Hunter. I have been playing Monster Hunter since the start. PlayStation 1. I have not been streaming it. I bought it on PC on Steam, but I haven't been streaming it. I don't know. I often don't like streaming stuff that everyone is streaming. And everyone is streaming it, so because then you just end up getting compared to everyone who's like a star player and all that, and it's like I just play stuff for the fun of it. That's this channel in a nutshell, is that I'm not the best Star Citizen player. I don't claim to be. I just play it for the fun of it, just what I enjoy, and sometimes I screw up. And that's fine. It's my gameplay. I'm the one playing it. I don't play Star Citizen to claim to make guides on how you should play or tips and secrets on what you could do. It's just me playing the game when I have time to play it, which isn't very often. So I just enjoy making streams and videos and sharing them. I think it's fun. But yeah, I get people on here a lot. They're like, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. If you want to give me some tips on how to do things, that's great. But when it gets kind of like mock you type of feedback, then it's like, all right, cool. Go watch the people that make guides, because this isn't a guide. And that's why I don't like to stream the hot stuff like Monster Hunter or whatever's hot right now, because everyone goes, oh, you know, this guy plays better than you do. And it's like, okay, go watch him. That's okay. You know.
Friendly fire.
I have a secret lab chair that is my gaming chair, my work chair, my everything chair, that I expensed in my contract company to use, and I've had it since 2020, and it broke. The mechanism underneath the seat broke to where it wouldn't hold itself up anymore. It wouldn't lock, so it was always tipping me backwards. So I contacted them, and the warranty was up, and I give them credit. I said, can I buy the part to fix my chair? Because
Friendly fire.
buying the part is a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a new chair. So they're like, yeah, sure, and they sent it to me. But the video they sent on how to fix it, I mean, it was pretty basic. It's like the center of the chair has that hydraulic in it, you know, and you just take the base off, pull that hydraulic out, put the new base on, put the hydraulic in. That's it. It said 15 minutes, like no big deal. That hydraulic would not come out. It would not come out no matter what. From, I don't know, 5 years of me sitting on it, jammed it in there so hard it was not coming out. And I beat on it with a dead blow hammer, you know, those soft padded hammers, trying to get it out, and it would not come out. The instructions say give it a few squirts of WD-40, put a pipe wrench on there and turn, it'll come right out. It was not even close. I put a pipe wrench on it, I put a vice grip on it, I put WD-40 all over it. Did not matter. So I took the base off, the old one, took it apart to where I could see the top of the hydraulic. And it's literally just set in there. It's not like, there's not a notch, there's not a screw, it's just sitting there by friction. And so I'm in there and I'm beating on it. And finally I went out into the garage. I got my socket set. And I took a socket for spark plug that was, big. And I put it on the top of the hydraulic from the inside of the base that I took apart. And I smacked it with the hammer. And I was hitting it with the dead blow, the soft dead blow, and nope. I had to go out and get a real metal hammer and whack that thing, and then it came out. But Jesus, I was beating on that thing for hours trying to get that thing apart without scratching it or whatever. And at the end, I'm just so pissed off. I was just like, just come out. I don't care. But, I have to get it. I really am in a need for a standing desk because with this crunch, I'm at a computer desk all day and it's killing me. I'm just like sitting all day long. And so I've got to get a standing desk. So the way their customer support at Secret Lab was so accommodating. They even gave me a little bit of a discount on the part and everything, and they were just so great. The Secret Lab standing desk is a little more expensive, but I can expense it with my company that I do contract work with, and so I don't see any reason not to get a Secret Labs one for my work computer because they were just so good. If something goes wrong, I feel I'll be covered, So my plan here is to fill up the ship. So I'm going to fill this all the way up to 13 SCU. Go it in the back and set it all down in there and get it on the grid. And then I'm going to eat up some of those little ships over there and get some of that construction material. Hopefully after all of that, I have enough to do some more missions for the headhunters. I don't quite understand the situation over there. I know that there's battles and all that stuff, but just to randomly fly around, it's kind of weird. It's like you go to an outpost, you're like, okay, I need fuel. And you're looking and you're like, okay, I'm a headhunter aligned, so I'm going to go to a headhunter controlled outpost, right? So I go there and those frontier guys are there and they're shooting at me, even though it says headhunter controlled. It's like, if they're there, then that's not headhunter controlled. So who controls the outpost is not dynamic. It is preset. I assume this is for missions where you go and liberate the outpost. But for just out here flying around, it's really kind of confusing. It's like, okay, I'm going to this headhunter place, and then you're getting shot at. And that's what I found when I was trying to do the Tumbril Storm video, because it's Ship of the Month. I wanted to take it out there and shoot at players, because I thought that'd be fun. Take this out and shoot at players coming in, because it's no penalties out there. You can do whatever you want. But I couldn't find a place that was friendly and would allow me to get a vehicle out. There's no terminals, it's just a place to get fuel and stuff. I'm sure they're there, I just couldn't find any. And I did a little mining, but I don't know. I've got a prospector, and I'm not sure what the hell you're supposed to do. I've heard that the mole is meant for surface mining, and the prospector is meant for asteroids. I don't know if that's true or not. Because I prefer surface mining. But a mole is 3 people, and I don't want to. I don't want to. Do I want a mole? Sure. What do I really want? I want a vulture mining variant. Prospector got a salvage variant. Why doesn't the vulture get a mining variant? I want a Drake mining variant.
Friendly fire.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard rumors that a bigger raft is coming. I don't know if that's true. Argo raft. That might have just been a wish list on some forum post somewhere, but all right. How safe are we? I think we're pretty safe. Okay, let's stack things here. I always wait for them to do that little pop. Pop right there. Because that means they're actually disconnected. Of course, I'm greedy, so I always stack 3 instead of 2. Because why wouldn't you? Sloppy, getting sloppy. I can hear them like colliding, collision back there. I don't know if it's still a thing, but it used to be a one-way ticket to getting blown up. If you have a little thing just constantly tapping on your ship, it would eventually destroy the hull. We're done? Yep. All right. contact. Does that mean he's still alive in there? That's too bad.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
It's giving me friendly fire warnings, and the ship is in pieces. Doesn't belong to anyone anymore, buddy. The ship has been claimed by its owner. It is an insurance write-off. Oh, that one must have the shield up.
Friendly fire.
Can't do anything about that, which is also dumb. If the Vulture is meant to be the cleanup crew for abandoned ships. All right, so I'm going to, what is it? Control W to fracture it. Now I'm going to eat it up. So this ship sitting here, this Hornet that's got the shield up, I could shoot it and break the shield and make it explode. The only danger of that really is if the player is online who owns it, they would get a notification and then possibly press charges and you have a crime stat. Vulture eating a vulture. is very meditative. I know there are people who don't like it at all and they'd rather do combat. And that's fine. But for me, this is very chill. I don't know if I'd want to do this in Pyro. I should go try it in Pyro because I get kind of like focused and not paying attention to what's going on around me, and then I'll end up getting wiped by somebody. I see those AI walking around out there. They don't seem to care since I'm not shooting at them. All right, let's munch on this a bit. Boy, you gotta be so close. Yeah, I could scrape more off of there. I don't care. I've got that whole Polaris over there if I want more recycled material. I need more of this, actually. More of the construction stuff. Yeah, they're shooting at me. The little assholes.
The shield system is hit.
My experience with this in the past is that this has a hell of a time killing AI. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bug for a while or something. They would get knocked around forever and never die. I think once they scream, they're done, though. I know, I should have called arms running. Yes, I know, I know, I know. He's not dead. He's dead. He's dead too. Can I go back to work now? Wasn't even bothering you. See what a benefit vultures are to the world? We just go around cleaning up all these little messes everywhere. And poof, everything's just better again. No junk ships sitting around. I don't think I can do anything with that till I shoot it. I don't think I can fracture it. I would have to shoot it and then do it. What about you? You have your shield on? Sounds like it. I can hear it humming.
Shield system is hit.
Little assholes. Come on, get up again. Ah! All right. I'm going to take a gamble and say that the owner of this ship is no longer here.
Friendly fire. 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 Friendly fire.
Here we go. Okay, now let's destroy the evidence. Okay, and we're full. So I'm going to run to the back here, stack the what I can fit, and then we'll finish filling it up, and then that'll be it. I can still hear collision, boxes fighting each other. Continue injecting, please. Is that it? No? We're good. We're clear. It's clear. Okay. That's all we can do. That's all I'm going to do. Let's put it that way. See, this is why I don't make videos about it. About salvage. It's just like riveting, you know? I mean, it's fun for the person doing it. I think that's about it. Do you enjoy watching people scrape ship hulls? I had one person comment once, they said, don't take this the wrong way, but I love to listen to your videos to fall asleep at night. Well, I guess no publicity is bad publicity. Is that what they say? So if you're watching it to fall asleep, I guess at least you're watching it. Said he finds my voice soothing. So I went to school for animation, kind of, art school. And it's not what I do for a living. But it's what I wanted to do then. And so we had a final project that
Friendly fire.
was kind of this slideshow thing that had to be narrated. And it was supposed to be a group project, but I always find with group projects there's some people that don't work as hard as other people, so the project ends up kind of eh. And I wanted to use it to get a job, so I wanted it to be good. So I asked if I could do it all myself. So they agreed, and I did my final group project myself alone. I got an A on it, but I decided to also narrate it myself. And I got a lot of comments from people, including people on the staff. They're like, you've got a really good voice for radio or something. What's the old joke that I've got a face for radio? But so I've always thought it'd be kind of fun to do that. I have done some voice work that was for temporary, you know, because you can't do professional voice work without being a SAG member or whatever it is. So they recorded me to do voices during production, and then they had to have a real voice actor come in and do it. But that was pretty fun. I don't see our... Oh, there it goes. I wasn't seeing the deposit, like, raising all that fast. RSCU number.
Friendly fire.
I'm fairly positive that we can't break this apart. Hey man, how's it going? I'm just doing some boring salvage. It's not that boring to do, boring to watch. No. No, engineering hasn't been added yet. The big news I heard coming out of the test server is that Caterpillar's doors are going to be working now to where they open up and go all the way to the ground, because they never used to do that. And then the Valkyrie got a cargo grid added to it, and the pilot got additional gun control of like the wing turret, the wing guns. So it's gonna be a really cool ship, even cooler than it was. Star Citizen is not boring at all. Yeah, I enjoy it when it works. It's really awesome. You know, Star Citizen's one of those things. It's like when it's working good, it's like one of the best gaming experiences you could ever have. But that doesn't often happen. It's been better though. This last update, it's been better. I just been working constantly, and so I got a few moments to try to be a part of that hauling event they got going on right now. So you gotta get a bunch of SCU of recycled stuff, and then you can do missions for the different factions. But I've been busting my butt working, so I haven't had a lot of time to do any of it. So trying to hurry up and get in here and do some of it before it's over. Now, I'm a big vehicle person, so for me, Star Citizen really scratches that itch of vehicles. SnowRunner does too, but people don't like watching SnowRunner for some reason. Oh, you haven't gotten to play it yet? It's it's actually pretty good in that it's not that expensive to get into it. It's not like it's a subscription. I think a lot of people think that Star Citizen is a subscription. It's not. It's one-time fee. I have X4. I have a hard time jumping back and forth between Star Citizen and X4. Star Citizen, quite honestly, ruins space games for you. Because it's so detailed and everything, and you expect every other game to be like it. I'm looking forward to that game coming out, Jump Ship, I think it's called. I think it's called Jump Ship. It's kind of a space it's I guess it's a little arcadey, but yeah. Yeah, when I was playing Star Citizen before Starfield ever came out, and everyone was so excited for Starfield, and when it finally came out, I played it and I'm just like, eh. Oh, with X4 with mods. Huh, I haven't tried mods in it. That's true. Are the mods through Nexus, or are they through, can you get them through Steam Workshop?
Friendly fire.
Both. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Nexus can be a little fiddly sometimes. That Workshop kind of spoils you because you just click subscribe and kind of just works for the most part. Oh, they auto fire at incoming missiles? I did a video on X4, like a really short one,
Friendly fire.
when Star Citizen was having problems. You couldn't get into the servers and stuff. So I did an X4 video. It was right at the start, so I didn't know what I was doing. And plus, I was struggling trying to get the controls set up to be like Star Citizen, so. Oh, like in the Expanse TV show. I gotta be honest, I don't watch a lot of TV. If I have any free time, I'm usually at the PC. No, don't watch it. If you know X4 pretty well, you'll look at that and go, God, he sucks. Because I don't know it that well.
Friendly fire.
I can't believe how lucky I got to find this Polaris sitting out here. Well, it wasn't just sitting out here. It was, I brought it here, but it was abandoned. There's a lot of meat for the vulture to eat. Where is so what is Expanse? Is it where does it play? Is it Netflix or is it like? Because I'm in freaking Canada, so we don't get like Hulu and all that stuff. Oh, Amazon Prime. Okay. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'll check it out. My girlfriend's always trying to get me to watch, you know, rom-com stuff. I'll have to have to suggest that. Your it says message restricted. I don't know why message restricted. Oh, okay. How much will you get from Salvage? You can well, so they got this event going on right now where you can work for different factions. Normally, I would take this load back, and you'd get like 300,000 for all of this stuff. But they've got this event going on right now, hauling, and I've gotten aligned with the headhunter group, so they give you missions to bring them this salvage, and you have to go into the pyro system, which is no law and it's kind of risky, but you get paid a lot. So I think like the smallest, so normally this whole load is like, what would it be, 13, let's see, 26 or 30 SCU crates. And so they are asking in their mission, they're asking for like, I don't know, like 20 or something, like 12, let's see, 12. Yeah, like 20 crates for the same amount. So it's a hell of a deal if you can survive it. But you have to go out and do stuff like this and salvage your own, or, you know, steal it from other people, but that's harder to find. They don't care where you get the crates, just that you get them. So, like, someone could come right now and blow me up and take them from me. Which is kind of stupid that I'm streaming right now. Come to think of it, because it'd be like, okay, what server is he on? Where's he at? I'm almost done though. As soon as I fill this up, I've got no more space. I got to go back and unload. Yeah, it's very free to do whatever you want. That's what's cool. Yeah. If you get caught, you go to prison. I've spent some time in the Star Citizen prison, Kepler, I think it's called. Yeah. Space UPS. Steal people's crates off their porch. Yeah, CIG said their focus right now is going to be on getting gameplay kind of stable. I think that's a really good idea. Get this buggy stuff fixed, and then we can all start from there. I think that's what their focus is right now, is just getting rid of some of the bugs, which is going to be nice.
Friendly fire.
I don't think I can break this apart. Let me try this for the heck of it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stand up. All right. So if I switch to fracture. Nope. I think this ship's too big. Yeah, the game with a budget of almost $1 billion and been in production for over 10 years. No, this ship's too big. I can't break this. This would take a reclaimer to break.
Friendly fire.
Going slow. It's going very slow. I've almost got the Vulture completely full, at least. I can take this back to 18 and put it somewhere safe.
Friendly fire.
I've only been able to do one mission for the Headhunters. I've just been working so much I haven't had time. But somebody left their Polaris parked somewhere bad, so I took advantage of it.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, I love that ship. The Herald is just a cool ship. I tried to take it out the other day to do a quick little grab for some SCU, but it sucks the SCU don't fit through the door. That kind of is a wrench, but I love that ship so much. Yeah. Yeah, if they were dumb enough to leave it. Well, you know, it was sitting there with the cargo bay door open, and there's something going on right now where
Friendly fire.
you walk into a ship that's open like that, and it says you've gone into private property, and then it kicks you out like you've gone into someone's hangar, you know? And so I got in a tumbril storm and drove into it and got out that way, and then it didn't kick me out. So I brought it out of the armistice zone to here where I could strip it down. Are they shrinking the quantity, or is it just low?
Friendly fire.
Yeah. Especially when you get to Pyro, that place is so huge. I used to think the cutter had such an endless supply of this, of quantum, but I was out there in Pyro and it's like always out of fuel. I'm like, Jesus. I don't have any stats with me right now. I took the medical Terrapin out there in Pyro, and that felt really good. It seemed to have lots of fuel. Oh, I see, I see. I thought you were out here. Well, I can't wait till that data running actually becomes legit. Then everyone's going to wish they had a Herald, that's for sure. Because right now it's kind of a forgotten ship, you know. But once data running becomes a thing, everyone's going to be like, hey, I want that fast ship. All right, let's get the heck out of here. Let's see here.
Shield system offline.
You know, that's what I think is going to happen once the game finally like gets out and gets nice and stable, and they start adding different jobs that we don't even know. Like smuggling isn't a thing yet.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now.
I think smuggling would be fun. It's criminal without screwing up somebody else's day, you know.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I had some friends that wanted to play, but they get motion sickness, and I think this would be too much for them.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, the Intrepid is a fun little ship. It's small, and I think it sounds cool when it's flying.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, I was playing Sea of Thieves with them, and they're like, I think I'm going to be sick. I'm like, okay, I don't think you can do Star Citizen.
Warning, you are leaving a safe zone. Shield system online.
Yeah. I feel bad for them. They almost every game, like first-person shooter or whatever, it's like too much motion. There's a bug right now where we lose sound coming into the hangar. I don't know what that's all about. But if that's the only bug, I'll take it. Let me refuel so I don't forget. Yeah, I don't get car sick at all. Yeah, I don't. I feel bad for people. Oh, dang it! I didn't mean to push that. Okay. Guess I'm sitting down again. Come on, let me back up. I want to close the door. My favorite ship? I don't know. Cool factor is probably the Corsair. But as far as functionality and just usability, this Vulture is awesome. Really like daily driver, I would say is probably the black, Cutlass Black for me. I'm just a big Drake fan, and it's just so versatile. You can do some shooting with it. You can come across some stuff and be able to take it because you got cargo space. You know, I could just use the walker for this. Might be faster. So this walker does a weird thing. If the box is attached to the grid, like those are on the left, it doesn't pull it. You have to like manually roll it in. But if it's not on the grid, like I sit it on the ground, and then boom, picks it up automatically, and then gives you a ghost of where to set it down. I wish it would do that for everything. See, those aren't on a grid, so it does it. I don't know if it's a glitch or not. I hope it's a glitch. The 400i, yeah, that's... The whole Orison line is very spaceship, you know? It's very, like, what you think of when you think of a spaceship. I like the Drake stuff because it's like a jalopy. It's like a broken down poor guy ship. I don't know. I think it's what I think I would really be flying if this was real. So the rules of putting the crates on here are that it needs to be on the grid to be counted. It doesn't have to be in any order or anything. It just has to be on the grid. Or there's a risk that it won't know it's there. Yeah, it's very unfinished looking. I think that's kind of the whole Drake thing. It's like budget ship. To me, like the epitome of like spaceshipy ships is kind of Crusader, but the Crusader stuff is like, I don't know, it kind of feels nerfed lately. Yeah, as a Drake fan, ships like the Kraken and the Ironclad are, of course, like the dream, but I don't typically run around with a crew, so I have no use for them. Because it takes lots of people to run them, and I don't get to play that consistently to feel like I should be in an org or anything. Okay. So it looks like, hey, we're done. No, we aren't. Continue ejecting. Come on. But I will say the most fun I've ever had in this game was with the crew. We were in, we were all out doing bunkers, and I accidentally shot an AI, which gave me a crime stat. And so we were trying to get the crime stat off of me, while other players were trying to kill me to get the bounty. It was just nuts. I've only recently started streaming. This is like the second stream I've done on Star Citizen. Typically it would be a weekend thing, yeah, when I've been working so much I don't really get time on the weekdays. I'm glad somebody enjoys the videos. I don't do the typical Star Citizen video. I don't like everyone tries to do a video where it's like the guide to best loadouts, or you know, how to do this mission, or all these. I don't play enough to be considering myself an expert. So I just do the gameplay. I when I have time to play, I record it. So the only reason I'm not recording this, I'm doing it live instead, is because I think things like hauling and mining and all that are kind of boring to make a video out of. So I thought, I'll stream it live. Is that it? See, it says right there, it says that there's one SCU here. And it shows like right here, like there's some space that's been full, but it won't, it doesn't, maybe it's not enough for a full box. I don't know. All right. Why is this one hopping? Let's get all this on the grid here. Oh, really? You've downloaded some of my videos for reference? Yeah, some people get mad at me because I leave the bugs in. I don't edit out the bugs. And they're like, you're obviously invested in the game, you bought ships and all this, so why do you make it look bad? It's like, because that's how things get fixed. If people see something looking bad, they're like, oh, that looked bad, we better fix that. If you hide it all, then what's their motivation to fix things? So I always just show what happens regardless if it's good or bad, or if it's awesome, great. If it's not awesome, then I show that. It's just what happens, happens. But I will say this last update, it's been going pretty good. Not a whole lot of bugs. There's still a few elevator glitches, but it's been pretty good. Yeah, it's those White Knight, Star Citizen White Knight fanboys that just like say no evil, you know. I really don't find people like that very constructive when it, I mean, defend the game if somebody's just slamming it for no reason, of course, but you know, things are what they are. So, all right, that should be it. Money, money, money. That animation gets a little long. Let's get this off of the door. I think I can just leave this here, yeah.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, I always cut this out of the videos. I don't let people see my list.
Your vehicle has been moved to us to please.
I'm always
visitors
embarrassed. I have too many ships. Let's see if that happened. It doesn't look right, honestly. That looked a little light. I have had that show the wrong numbers before, though. See, that looks correct. Huh. Yeah, some things so it's kind of it's a weird balance. Like, it's a hard balance to find, actually. CIG works really hard to make things as realistic as possible, and then there's other game companies who work really hard to streamline everything to make it more accessible for... See, here's a bug. There. A lot of companies try to streamline things, like World of Warcraft, for instance. They really streamlined their UI and their mission system and everything, so it's more accessible for more people, so they sell more copies. CIG kind of does the opposite of that. I mean, the whole fact that we have to go across town to get to the spaceport to sell our stuff, you have to go here, and it's not a streamlined process, and they do it on purpose because it's, you know, that's the whole cool thing, is being more realistic. But yeah, it's a burnt out bulb, but that turns some people off, so they are less likely to, hey, look at the view. So they're less likely to buy the game if there's too much fiddly stuff. They just want to get in and get out. They don't care about all the other stuff.
Exploring the stars. Our corp is proud to bring the universe closer together.
I need to drink something,
Our
but
corp,
I don't...
investing in tomorrow's
Is it over
future.
here? Yeah. You see, this is wrong. This is a bug. It's got to update or something.
Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
I was getting pretty low there. You can't see it because of my little icon, but I was almost at 40%, which is bad. I'm going to run over to the TDD, which is where you could sell all that stuff, and see
Vigilant and report possible
if it shows the right amount. I get a little afraid that the game doesn't register what I just did, but I think it did. So now, like right now, instead of having a terminal here at the spaceport where you can do everything, you have to go across town. I mean, it's realistic, you know? I think World of Warcraft, for instance, I think they dumped it down a bit too much to where it's, when I play it, I'm kind of bored because it's just so kind of brainless now, you know? Hey, bud, I think that's illegal. So I appreciate Star Citizen. It's like people ask me, they're like, why do you play that game? Because, you know, it's got a reputation for being kind of, you know, people kind of hear about it as kind of a scam almost. They call it Scam Citizen and all this stuff. And it's like, it's the visceralness of it all. It's like controlling the ships is like, for instance, like what I tell people is like, if the garbage truck pulled out in front of your house and picked up your garbage, it'd be like, whatever, no big deal, who cares? But if the garbage man came out and said, do you want to push the buttons to smash the garbage, and do you want to push the button to like pick up the recycling thing, that the arm that comes out, it's like, then it's fun, you know? Then it's like not just picking up garbage, it's like you get to run the machine that does all the stuff, and that's kind of what Star Citizen is like, is you get to push the buttons, and like just landing the ship is like exciting, you know? Whereas if it's like No Man's Sky is a fun game, but getting in a ship is just like, you get in, you take off, you land. It's like not hard, and it's not very rewarding to do.
Now arriving.
Yeah, exactly. If they weren't complaining about that, they complain about something else. But yeah, I also appreciate that the game isn't a subscription. They could very easily make this a monthly subscription, and it's not. For like $45 you can get in the game. You don't have to spend any more money ever.
Getting at some review for a fresh start. Figure all I need is a few resources and
Now, if this shows the right amount, then we know we're good. It's just the terminal was screwing up.
Not going on one of those Starliner cruises. I'm a little worried about being cooped up on a ship that long, but
Come on.
the vistas are stunning.
Wow. Go and tell us, wild times.
18. Construction material 21. Recycled 32.
Having a good one.
That seems correct.
Can you believe it?
That seems correct.
Senator. Never thought I'd see the day.
So that means the next time I play, I can do one of these missions. Contract, priority, headhunters, and I mean, look at the payout on some of these. Like 3 million. It's crazy. But the amount that you have to do, 94 and 94, that's a lot. But I could do this. Where's, let's see. Oh, I don't have copper right now. Okay, so great. They don't have it there. So here's the example. Recycled material and construction material. That's what we just did. I don't have 200 yet. I don't plan on doing that, but they have smaller ones. They're just not available right at the moment. They have smaller ones, though. But that would be 13 million. Yeah, and you can't, like you said, you can't buy ships in game. You don't have to spend real money. It's just a matter of patience and time. And people get a little cranky that when they do a reset for the an update, that sometimes your ships get wiped. And so, do I have a goal in the game? Well,
How about you?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Do I have a goal? I did have a goal to buy a caterpillar, and I got it. But yeah, that's kind of it. For me, it's all about buying vehicles. Like, I don't know if they'll ever make things like the Kraken or the Ironclad an in-game purchase. I don't know. I don't know if they would or not. But that'd be cool. I think ultimately it'd be neat if they have some sort of org type of bank account where you make in-game money towards the org you're working for. That'd be kind of cool. But
Please consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunity.
that's kind of the bummer of buying ships, is that going and just buying it in the store kind of, for me at least, kind of ruins motivation in the game, you know? What's happening here? Everybody's very upset. Oops.
Welcome to IO North Tower, Area 18's premier centre for business development. Please consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunities.
Yeah, this has the same amount. I think we're good. All right, man. Well, I've been streaming for like 2 hours,
Premier centre for business development.
so I think I'm gonna hang it up and have some dinner. Thanks for hanging out. It's great to have talked. Yeah, because being in an org would, then you'd have like shared ships. That would be kind of cool. Because otherwise, if you don't have shared ships as an organization, let's say you log in and you need a ship and somebody else that has it in their personal inventory isn't online, then you don't get the ship. So if you were part of an org that had like an org hangar, then you could get the ship whenever you were online and needed it, as long as it wasn't being used. So I think I heard they're going that way for future goals. So that's cool. Yeah, so thanks so much for joining me. Great thing about YouTube is unlike Twitch, they don't delete the stream, so it's always there for people to watch, so that's cool. All right, well, I hope you like the videos every Friday, and I like these live things. I'll probably keep doing it. So that's great. Thanks a lot. I always feel like there's a big delay and I'm just hanging up on people, but have a good one. I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye-bye.